The full version of the One Piece manga in chapter 1165 is titled, Echo. The story begins with the scene where Xebec shouts to Garp and Roger, telling them to kill him. Garp then asks Roger, "You heard that too, right?" And Roger replies, "Yes, every word and every tone." After that, they both confront Xebec. Roger blocks Xebec's sword with his own, while Garp punches him square in the face. However, Xebec plants his foot firmly on the ground, preventing himself from being blown away by the attack. Then, black lightning appears between them, surrounding Garp and Roger. We then see that the black lightning splits the sky in two, shocking everyone on the island. Seeing this, the people there flee and escape from the island immediately. Meanwhile, Kaido orders his men to withdraw. His subordinates ask, "What about rocks?" Kaido answers angrily, "You fool, no one's going back there." Shiki then says, "The Rocks pirates are about to become history." Elsewhere, Garp is contacted and asked to repeat what he just said. Garp replies, "I told you to evacuate the plot." The message cuts off. On Roger's ship, his crew contacts him and asks what's going on. Roger orders, "Set sail immediately. Rayleigh's group, get on the ship and wait for me in the middle of the sea." Both Garp and Roger then shout in unison, "I'll be back for sure." After that, Garp says, "Rox and Roger, I came to this island to capture both of you. But things turned out like this instead." Roger replies, "What I want is to help Shaki seize the treasure and then leave. So, Garp, how about a temporary truce?" Garp responds, "I can't say I agree with that idea. But, we can't just leave things like this either." After that, Xebec thrust his sword toward Garp, but Garp leapt upward to dodge. Roger then slashed Xebec from behind, driving Xebec's head into the mountain wall. Garp followed up by grabbing Xebec's legs and hurling him against Anno. Rayleigh then shouted, "Hurry up, Roger won't stop fighting until he's sure we've escaped." But Haki's reaction seems strange. Soon after, Goriosa ran up to Shaki and said, "Nice ship, you don't mind if I borrow it, do you?" Meanwhile, Big Mom said to Kaido, "Listen, Kaido, you owe me a life debt for this. Someday, I'll make you repay it." Kaido replied, "Are you kidding me, old hag? I beat you fair and square." He continued, "Just watch, I'll build a crew where strength is the only law." Linlan, Big Mom, answered, "You've grown bolder, Kaido, but you'll never defeat me." Then a subordinate shouted, "What are you doing, Linlan? The treasure's ready. Let's go." Linlan said as she left, "Someday, you'll regret this." Kaido responded, "When that time comes, I'll be the one to crush you myself." At the same time, Whitebeard encountered a man who resembled an older version of Marco. His name was Parogam, or Gayam, and he asked, "You're the one who destroyed that mountain, right? Looks like my crew are big fans of yours. You need allies right now, don't you? Let's work together." But Whitebeard simply told him to get lost. Nearby, Birgingham, who was carrying treasure, asked Newgate's younger brother, "What about you?" The younger man replied, "Don't ask me." This man seemed to possess the play rune ability, and many speculate that he might be Gil Barter, a member of the Rocks crew. The scene then shifts to Dragon, who points a gun at a high-ranking commander and orders him to evacuate the survivors onto the ship. The Marine protests, "This isn't going to end well, Dragon." Meanwhile, Lily and Gabon rush back toward Roger and tell the crew to take the ship and wait out at sea. On the other hand, Saturn, whose eyes show the mark of Imu, gives an order. This island has never existed. Is that clear? After that, the God Valley incident becomes classified as an S-level secret. The human hunting operation is erased from history. Only the island's size and population are ever disclosed. To this day, the number of casualties and deaths remains unknown. Then, both Garp and Roger are blasted away by the clash. On the other side of God Valley, a mountain collapses. Roger asks Garp, "Do you know if the world government had anything to do with that blackfish strategy? It doesn't seem to match their idea of justice." Garp doesn't answer directly, and Roger continues, "If you ever want to quit, you can join my crew." Garp replies, "No way. If I resign, who's going to protect the Marines?" Roger then says, "Armament Haki can resist overwhelming power, and I can move while using Conqueror's Haki offensively, so there's no way our attacks aren't working." Garp answers, "That bastard's using Conqueror's Haki to defend himself. That's why our blows aren't doing real damage. Roger says. If we keep this up, it's only a matter of time before we lose. We can't match that monster right now, so let's pour all our Conqueror's Haki into one final attack, no matter what happens after. Garp objects. If we do that, we won't make it out alive. Roger insists. No matter what, this fight must end here, the three of us together. If we can't stop him, everything's over. Garp says quietly. I don't know what words could comfort you. Rox, I don't even know what happened to you. But one thing I do know, I can feel what you're feeling right now. At that moment, Rox D. Zebik starts crying. Roger wipes his eyes with his hand. And then, Garp and Roger unleash their combined Conqueror's Haki, striking Zebik with their full power. Zebek's body begins to disintegrate under their final assault. In the end, a message appears. Even though the world government tried to bury the truth. The fall of the Rox pirates, led by Rox D. Zebik, left behind an echo, a shock that destroyed the balance of the era. That legacy they left behind still shakes the world to this day.